What is up, everybody? Hello, happy what's today? Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I didn't eat a taco today. Dang. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let's see how many people join. You're probably not gonna get receive notifications today. Probably not. I'm not sure. YouTube is kind of odd like that. Angie Martinez, what is going on? How are you, Angie? What's going on? Dolores Cano Martinez, two Martinez in a row. Angie and Dolores, what is happening, Dolores? How are you? How's your baby? Maya well, how's your family doing? Walking Bird, hello, how are you? Hopefully, you guys are all having a great Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, midweek. Yay. James Martinez, what is going on? How are you? M. Linson is South Mountain. Hello. Jenny S. Hello. Bo loves biochemistry. What is going on? Bo. Jenny Rose, what is going on? Work, Jenny, or no work? I always have to check in with you because I know nurses, they work crazy 12, 14, 16-hour shifts. Nancy Reyes, what is going on? How are you? Jenny Rose is working, right? She's walking the halls at the hospital and she's on her phone checking in. That is so cool. Deputy Dan, what is going on, Deputy Dan? Who are you locking up? Who are you arresting? Dogs, hello. How are you, dogs? Dora Kate, what is going on, Dora Kate? How you been? Jenny Rose says it's a 12-hour shift. That's nothing. That's easy. Easy money. Lady G, Northern Starseed, how are you? How's the UK today? For you, it's morning, right? It's a Wednesday morning in the UK, and it's 8:23 p.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona, United States of America, planet Earth. Mariah Vosberg, hello, hello. How are you, Mariah? What is going on? Bo, Bo loves biochemistry says not much. Having lemon chicken for dinner. How are you doing? I'm doing really good. Bo loves lemon chicken. Have I ever ate lemon chicken? I don't even know what that is. I think it's chicken with a little bit of drizzle of lemon on top. That's what I think it is. I'm sure it tastes great. Angie Martinez says no work, but on call this week. Great job, Angie. Are you also a nurse or what? What's happening? C1, hello, Art and everyone. I just got into town from Flagstaff. Cool. I love Flagstaff. I love Flagstaff. Yeah, family up there, C1, or what are you doing? You weren't skiing because there's no snow up there yet. Nancy Reyes, I'm doing good. Hope all is well. All is well, Nancy. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing good too. Lady G is up early, 4:30 a.m. Are you going to work or coming from work, Lady G? What is happening? Polly Pocket, what is going on? Are you ready for the long drive home or what's going on in Colorado? Dogs is very tired. Go get some rest. Pepe, what's happening? Pepe, how are you? Sandra Martin says, I just got back to school night. Sandra Martin went back to school. That's awesome. Reminds me of that Rodney Dangerfield movie from, I think it was like 1987, 88. It was titled Back to School, right? It was like, he was an older guy, 65, going back to college. That was pretty cool. I like that movie, actually. Can't get no respect. Deputy Dan says chicken marsala is good also. Yeah, I'm not a big noodle person, like that Italian noodle stuff. I'm not into that a whole lot. Marcia, good morning. How are you? Thanks for checking in all the way from southern France. Martin, I have wet eyes after watching. I pray all can help. He does look like Kobe. Yeah, definitely. Martin seems like a good guy. I talked to him today, so you guys will see that tomorrow. So yeah, keep him in your prayers. I'm trying to lift him up, right? Trying to lift him up, let him know that he matters. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Okay, so let's all pitch in and pray at the very least. Tater Dom, cheers. This is for Tater Dom because he said cheers. Cheers, Tater Dom. C1 says, yes, all of my family is from Arizona. It was a business trip and couldn't visit the relatives. Oh, maybe next time, C1. Sandra says, no, my daughters are back to school. Oh, I get it. So daughters are back. Got it. Mariah Vosberg, yummy butter chicken, basmati rice, and mint chutney. I've never heard of basmati. I've never heard of chutney. I'm going to have to Google all that. Mariah. I'm sure it tasted great though. Polly Pocket says, driving back, hitting up the car wash, 40 degrees right now. Actually needed a hoodie today. 40 degrees, man. I'd be freezing. I'd be freezing. Sandra Martin says, chicken cassatori. Is it a Italian dish? Sounds like it. Ruby, hello Ruby. What is going on? Veronica, you're doing amazing work. Thank you, Veronica. Appreciate your warm sentiment. You're so nice. Deputy Dan says chicken marsala is chicken breast in a wine sauce with like mushrooms. It's pretty good. No pasta involved. Ooh, gonna have to check it out. Have to see. I'm gonna have to see what that's all about. Marsha says it's still muggy air here. Okay, so it's kind of like humid, right? Humidity. Yeah, I can't relate. I wouldn't do good in humidity. Yeah, poor Martin. So, what do you guys think about Martin? You guys have any questions, comments, concerns, any thoughts, anything on Martin that I can try to assist you guys? Uh, Anybody? Um, so yeah, so hopefully, I think you guys pretty much, because you guys have been with me for some of you guys for years, 2 years, a year, 6 months at least. A lot of you guys, but like in Martin's interview, if you could look at the comments, some of them I delete, some of them I block those knuckleheads because they'll say some people like brand new people, right? They'll be like, why don't you take them to the hospital? Why are you wasting time interviewing them, right? So I don't even think they watched the video, So I have to like delete them, kind of tell them what I think of them first, and then I block them and I send them on their merry way, right? Um, but you guys understand, right? That I would love nothing more than to say, "Hey, Martin, I'll take you to your feet look horrible, man. I'll take you to hospital right now before they take off your feet, right? Because they're about to take off your feet, basically, right? So I'll take you to the hospital, and they could patch you up, and you'll be good to go. You'll be golden, right? I would love for them to all say yes, just like Lulu, right? Hey, Lulu, let me take you to the hospital so they could patch up your leg and you could walk, and they don't have to, take it. And I wish they would say yes, absolutely, take me right now, right? I haven't gone because nobody offered me a ride, but thank you for offering, right? But that's not the case, right? The reality is these folks are addicted to the most addictive, most dangerous substance in the entire planet, and and it has that title because you'll give up your children, you'll give up your health, you'll give up your life to take another hit. Doesn't matter if your feet are falling off. It doesn't matter if your legs are bent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're pregnant with a 9 month baby. Doesn't matter. Does if you have 6 children at home? Doesn't matter, right? That addiction to them matters. And so a lot of people, especially like I think they're new people, right? So they're kind of ignorant. Instead of asking me, they just make statements, broad statements. Why are you wasting time interviewing them? Go take them to the hospital. So yeah, so we don't see those knuckleheads anymore because I have to make them be gone. But thank you guys for understanding that. Thank you guys for understanding the difference. So, but yeah, I felt really bad for him, and hopefully he, build rapport, and maybe soon he'll let me take him. So we'll see what happens. Dog says Martin looked like his face showed he was in pain. He will definitely help kids not use drugs. Absolutely, yeah, that's what we're hoping for, right? Laura, hola, how are you, Laura? What is going on? Deputy Dan says today's interview was definitely a sad one. Yeah, they're usually not happy. They're usually not happy. Some are less happy than others, right? There's like stages of unhappiness, right? Of sadness to these interviews, right? Blake was up there. Gabby was up there. Today, Martin, he's up there, right? The reason it was because for some people, when we look at them, we could see like the clock ticking on top of their head, right? We could see like the expiration date coming, unfortunately, right? Do you guys see that? Because Martin's story reminds me a lot of Blake's story, right? Right? Martin, Blake, Amber, right? The human body is resilient, but it's not forever, right? So you have to help the human body be more resilient, right? Nurture it, let go to sleep, rest, eat right. If you're wounded, if you're hurting, if you have pain, go to the hospital and take care of that ailment. But ingesting the world's most dangerous substance, plus not sleeping, not eating, and doing that every single day, what's going to happen, right? And then if you have underlying medical issues, it just speeds up the process, right? So Blake, Amber, and Martin. There's different levels of sadness. Alira, baby, what is going on? How are you? Hugh Machine, poor dude, man. You can see and hear the hopelessness. He has to come to terms with his faith, and voluntary rehab is the only intervention that can halt this epidemic. Thank you for what you do, Art. Thank you, Hugh Machine. I appreciate you. Deputy Dan says, like a pending demise. It's just a matter of time. Vanilla Mama, Parrish Martin seems like a cool guy. He really does. He was very respectful, uh, he's very attentive. Kind of, he listens to me, right? He respects me, so I appreciate that. Right? He doesn't give me any crap. He sees the sincerity in my voice and my tone to be able to try to assist him, right? So there's somebody in his corner to try to assist him. So I appreciate that indeed. Janice Bear, hello. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Nice seeing you here. Marcia says, Don is a really kind and an honest man too with his three furry children. This is all he has. Yeah. All he said, I'll never give them up because this is all I have. These are my children. Wow. Zahira Casares. He looks like he could be so handsome. Yeah. A lot of them probably could, a lot of people on the streets could be very beautiful. A lot of people could be very handsome, right? It's just that addiction just makes them lose everything, their dignity, their looks, their future, their life. Diego Diaz, thank you very much, Diego. I appreciate you. Bo loves biochemistry. Those that support you understand. Prayers for Martin, though. Absolutely, Bo. Thank you very much for being consistent, for supporting and knowing the difference. So you're awesome. Some people choose not to understand because they're speaking out of emotion, and so they kind of frustrate me, and we don't see them again. Joe Michael, addict or not, Martin deserves his dignity. Hope he finds peace. And absolutely. So I talked to him today. I interviewed him again today, and he said, people see a black man in a wheelchair, and I said, I have to remind him, right? I said, people see a human, and your life matters, right? Because you're human and you need dignity. So you guys will hear that tomorrow, right? So letting them know that he's more human than anything else, and so we should give dignity to all human because all humans deserve respect, dignity, and human lives matter. Ruby Garcia, happy Tuesday. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate you. Cynthia McDowell, you give these people hope. Yeah, that's all. Sometimes that's all that I can give. Sometimes that's all that they can receive is hope, right? So they don't want medical treatment. They don't want a doctor. They don't want to fix their leg. They don't want to fix their feet. They don't want to fix their ailment. They don't want to fix their underlying medical issue, even though it's life threatening. Uh, but they'll cling to hope, right? Tawny Tirado. Man, I haven't seen Tawny in a long. I haven't seen you in months. Where have you been, Tawny? What's been happening? What's new? You got to give us the lowdown because we haven't seen you in months. We're ready. Colombian Princess says, hello, Art and Lost Phoenix family. I was going to watch the YouTube videos you uploaded, but I saw you were live, so I came here instead. Good choice, Colombian Princess, because here you can interact with us. You could always watch the videos tomorrow or later, whenever, but here you get to interact. So I appreciate you, Colombian Princess. You made the right choice. Here's a beer for you, Colombian Princess, because once in a while she drinks, she says. Anna A. Hey, Art and everyone. Wishing you all blessed, lovely evening. Anna, thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Hopefully, you enjoyed some tacos today. Amanda Lott, thank you for all you do. Art, I wish our government would pay attention to what's going on in our nation and fix it so that we don't have to see homeless people and drug addicted. We need more rehabs. Amanda, I agree with you 100%. Unfortunately, our government leadership, I'll put it in quotations, leadership, they have sent $140 billion to a country somewhere in the world where 9 out of 10 of you, if I gave you a map, you wouldn't tell me, you wouldn't be able to tell me point to Ukraine. You wouldn't be able to tell me exactly where Ukraine is at, right? 9 and 10 of you guys would not be able to tell me where Ukraine is at, right? So we've sent them $140 billion to protect our borders, while our borders are these drugs are coming in and people from God knows where, God knows what they want are coming in, flooding in, right? So that's why these pills cost 50 cents. So your lips to God's ears, that He listens and either replaces our leadership and with better leadership and take care of Americans first, right? America first. So like you have to take care of yourself first, right? I need to be healthy in order to go out and help other people, right? But I can't take care of other people if I'm infirmed, if I'm sick, if I'm not taking care of myself, because I won't be healthy enough to go take care of others, right? So the knuckleheads in Washington, they want to take care of the world, but we're sick. Our Americans are sick. Our veterans are sick, right? It doesn't make sense. But that's just me though. Don't get me started, gang. Don't get me started. Debbie Gutierrez says, "Hello, sweetie. How are you? Keep them blessings going." Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate you. Nick H. Hope Cole makes it. He sounded genuine. Just logged on as alarms going out due to power cut 4:30 and one. I don't know. Yep. Man, that sucks, Nick. Where are you? Australia? Where are you at, Nick? Can't remember. But thanks for checking in with us. I appreciate you. Maribel Torres, saludos are always happy to see. Yes, definitely take care of our country first. America first. Simple concept, you know. America, let's take care of our house first, and then we'll take care of our neighbors. Makes too much sense. That's why knuckleheads don't do it. Anna A, I just came from watching Martin's video. Wow, I am just heartbroken for this young man. I pray he gets the help he needs. He is honest enough with himself that he seems at the point to accept help. Yeah, so I talked to him yesterday. He didn't accept my help, and I talked to him today. He didn't accept my help, right? So, but that's typical because Blake didn't accept my help, and Amber really hasn't accepted my help, right? Lulu hasn't accepted my help. Carla and Miggy haven't accepted my help, right? They accept help like food and clothes and but that's their interpretation of help, right? The help that we're talking about is let's go to rehab, let's go to the doctor, let's go fix that leg, let's go fix those feet, let's go get you better, go to treatment. So we all have different interpretations of help. Does Lou still have her dog? I don't know where her dog is at. Haven't really. Last time I saw her, I didn't see a dog. I'm not sure where the dog is at. Anita Sweet, hello, how are you? What is going on? Renee says it's common sense to help the American people first. Common sense, Renee, is not common anymore. Common sense is not common. Common sense is not common, unfortunately. Camp Goer, hello, been watching your channel quite often. I live in Phoenix. I see what you see so often as well. Thank you for doing what you do. Camp Goer 1, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. Thanks for uh, being concerned, being aware. Talk to your children, talk to your family, talk to your coworkers, talk to your community, okay? Because by all of us creating awareness, we can prevent some of this for future generations, right? We can clean up our neighborhood if we all talk about it. Fernando Lewis, hello. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate you checking in all the way from Southern Arizona and the Tohono O'odham Nation. I appreciate you. Amanda says, you really need your own TV show. This needs to be broadcast America first. Uh, there are lots of people that don't like that term America first because to them it's racist, right? To them it's mean. You're being mean to the world. But as an immigrant, I'm very thankful to America, right? Um, so yeah, it's just yeah, yeah, knucklehead, too many knuckleheads. Sandra Gonzalez, what is going on, Sandra? What'd you make for dinner, Sandra? Italian girl says, I have a headache, so I'm just going to lay down and listen to the chat tonight. I hope everyone is well. Italian girl, get better. Take 2 aspirin, 2 Tylenol, whatever you need to make that go away, okay? Anything but blues. Anita Sweet says, I cried watching Martin's interview. I was I didn't cry, but I was sad for the guy, he's 37. He's 11 years younger than me and he looks 10 years older than me, sad, 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 sad state of affairs. James Martinez, hey, Art, been following for a while. Just curious what got you started interviewing homeless people. Just saw the need out there to create awareness. I didn't know what was going on. It's an epidemic, but our society won't talk about it. Our uh, leaders won't talk about it. They rather go help other countries than Americans. So I decided to create awareness, right? Just put their stories out there, right? Put their stories that try to help them, or at least one person that's going to watch the video. So, and hey, what was Martin's social media? I'm not sure. He said some John something. He said his brother or something. I really couldn't hear him. Maria, what does I say? Wales or Wallace? Good evening. How are you doing? I'm doing really good. I enjoy watching your videos. I know you are out there helping the community. Thank you for helping out the homeless. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate you. It's so nice of you. Bart Basquiat girl is just excited because been waiting for a month to get it, and then Sandra made chicken Alfredo. I have a 16-year-old boy who eats a lot. They tend to do that, right? Because they're growing, right? He's close to stop. He's close to the point where he's gonna stop growing, right? But yeah, definitely eat a lot at that age. I remember I was burning a lot of calories and eating a lot at that age. That's crazy. Youth. I can't do that anymore, right? Because the the little tummy. Sandra Martin, Art, it's true. They rather help other countries instead of helping us Americans. $140 billion in the past 2 years by this knucklehead current idiot. 140 billion to a country that you guys can't point out on a map. How much has he given to the veterans that are on the streets, right? To black people on the streets, right? Because they matter a lot, right? So why aren't you giving them shelter and treatment and opening up mental institutions? Right? The Hispanic folks, the Native American folks. Why aren't you helping people, man? Like, why are you helping people in Ukraine, right? It's weird. Joe Michael, do you think the U.S. military should go into Mexico to deal with the cartels? Has one president kind of has stated he would do. If I was a president, I would absolutely do that, right? So, yeah, I would absolutely without hesitation, I would do that. Send in the cartels, not to occupy Mexico, right? Because the country of Mexico is cool, It's just the knuckleheads, right? It's just the knuckleheads that want to destroy America. Just go in there and they know where they're at. They know who they are. They know what they're doing. But sovereignty of a different nation prevents them from going in there. While our sovereignty doesn't matter to other countries, it just doesn't. So, Myra Cordero, hello, how are you? What is going on? Alyssa Cook, when you did Martin's interview, what was the first time? Was that the first time you had ever met him? How do you usually find people? Yes, it was. Lupita Garza, Anita, yeah, maybe they don't like helping and they ignore it. Camp Gore One. I worked as a mental health case manager in Phoenix, so many people self medicate from trauma in their lives. Some just fall into it and find it difficult to get out. Yes, it's like a cycle. It's like an endless loop, and that loop is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's a cycle. All kind of people: black, white, Hispanic, Native, rich people, poor people, different ages. The youngest I've seen is 13. The oldest I've ever seen was like 70 something, right? And every age in between, right? It's not one demographic. It's not socioeconomic backgrounds. It's not. It's a. It's a human thing. Mara Cordero, I'm at work. I just finished. Need to clean up. Man, that's late. 8:48 p.m. I would hate to be working at 8:40. I'm kind of working right now, actually, but this is kind of cool because I get to interact with lovely people. You know, Ideen says hello. I made it. Just got done with dinner. How are you doing? I'm doing really good, Ideen. How was dinner? Stephanie says hi. Thank you for making these videos. I have a troubled 16-year-old son, and I have him watch your videos. I told him to pay attention because he will be doing an essay afterwards. Thank you again. That is so cool, Stephanie. So 2 years ago, a mom reached out to me. A mom here in Phoenix, in West Phoenix. She said, "Hey, my son. He's 14, 15. I'm a single mom. He's my only son. He's going through his little rebellious phase, right? He's trying to discover himself or whatever. Boys do that, right? We're rebellious and we're stupid, basically, right? We're really, really stupid. We might be 15, but our mind hasn't developed at all, right? And our mind doesn't develop at the same rate that our body does, right? So one day we're little kids, and the next day, oh, I got hair under my arm, right? Oh shoot, what's that hanging? Well, and so oh, I'm a man now, right? But you're really mentally you're stupid. So she called me kind of out of desperation. She said, "Hey, I watch your videos." This was 2 years ago, mind you, a long time ago. And she said, "I was wondering if you can talk to my son." So I said, "You know what? Meet me on this corner. You guys are gonna get in my vehicle, and he's gonna sit in front. You're gonna sit in the back, and we're gonna go cruising around all the hot spots. Okay?" We did. We went driving around for like an hour. I said, "See that guy right there? He's 18 years old. He's been out here for 2 years. I didn't get out and talk to nobody, but I knew all those people, right? See that girl over there? She's 20 years old. She's been out here for 6 months. Telling the stories. He's listening, you know, and I think like 6 months later, she said, "No, thank you. That really helped." It wasn't 6 months later. It was shortly afterwards. It was maybe a month later. He's doing a little bit better. Some people need to see the reality without actually, they need to feel the heat without actually touching the stove and burning themselves, right? Some people need to touch the stove. Doesn't matter where you show. They have to experience it, unfortunately, right? So kids are really stupid, you know? So you have to like walk them, have to hold their hand, have to talk to them and talk to them and talk to them because 15, 13, 14, 15, 16, they're stupid. I know it because I was that age and I was completely I was dumb. Dumb, dumb. When I was in the army, we had a drill sergeant. He was a cool dude. He was he was half Filipino, half black dude. He was he said he was talking to some dude. He's like Private Martin. You're stupid. So they try not to cuss anymore, right? They try not to get in your face and just rip you verbally, but that's kind of like a nice way of saying, he's like, you're stupid. You're stupid. What the hell are you doing here? You're stupid. You're 18 years old. You're stupid. That was messed up. That's funny. But yeah, that's what these youngsters, these young little rebellious kids, take them to a scared straight program, right? Let's build a program where we get to. So back in the 70s, 80s, there was a program with the institutions where troubled youth, 13, 14, 15, 16, everybody under 18, they're, rebellious, they want to act hard, like they're bad. um, oh yeah, let's take you up to the big leagues. Go talk to somebody that's been here since they're 20 years old and they're 60 and they didn't get to experience anything, right? This is where you're headed if you don't listen, if you don't straighten up. It's called scared straight. And yep, sure enough, they would scare the heck out of them. They didn't touch them, but they scared them. Why don't we do that anymore? Because our leadership wants to give everybody a participation medal, right? Everybody's a winner, right? To these idiot people right there, they're defunding the police, that racism is ruling the world, America, right? All that stuff, all that BS. They want to give everybody a participation trophy, right? Everybody's a winner, and in life, that's not true. In life, there's winners and there's losers, right? So that's just life. It's a fact of life. You're gonna lose, you're gonna win. I've lost a lot, but I've learned a lot from losing. So I don't keep losing, right? So it just makes too much sense, right? Clara Rose, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Zahira Casares, yes, they took us to the county jail. They need to keep taking people to the county jail. Uh, they should take kids to the hospital. They should take kids to the um, the county medical examiner, right? That's where the bodies are at to get autopsied. They should give a tour. See that young man? He was 18 years old. He's laying on there. He's 18 years old. He was doing blues. I did that. I went to the morgue. They gave us a tour. It's yeah. But anyways, yeah. So poor Martin, sad to see his circumstances. Really sad. Um, but yeah, life is harsh. Life is it really is harsh. Life is absolutely harsh, man. It's you know, Mauro Cordero says so sad art he's giving up. Yeah, yeah, I can sense that as well. I really can. So it's really hard when a 37-year-old man is giving up on life. 37. What was I doing at 37? What wasn't I doing at 37? I was doing a lot of stuff, right? Uh, Life is so beautiful. You got to enjoy it, and you got to try to accomplish as much as possible while we're here, because we're here for a short time on planet Earth. We really are, right? So let's have fun. Let's make good memories. Let's be kind to each other. Let's be nice to each other, right? So life is like a box of chocolates. Jana, um, I bought 12, not 12. I was about to say 12 dozen, not 12 dozen, 1 dozen, which is 12 donuts. I didn't eat one of them. I had to throw them away. I had to throw them away today because I didn't eat any. I just got busy. Ella Devious, hello, good evening. How are you? Marcia says, I cannot imagine 37. Yeah, he's 37. So 11 years ago, what was I doing? I was having a lot of fun at 37. I really was. Super fun. What's up, Boogie? How are you? Greedy Agrita. I heard of a Michael Jordan coach that said the best way to learn is by failure. Yes. Abraham Lincoln, uh, I think, how many times did he run for the Senate and he lost? I think he lost like 6 times in the Illinois Senate, right? He ran for senator in Illinois 6 times and he he didn't get it. So he kept going, right? You fail, 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 keep trying, right? He didn't quit and became the greatest president this nation has ever seen, right? So in my humble opinion, he was the greatest president this country's ever seen. So yeah, you learn through adversity. Michael Jordan, when he was in high school, they didn't. He went out for the high school basketball team and he didn't make it. Can you believe that? The greatest basketball player of all time did not went. He went to tryouts for high school basketball and he didn't make it. But that didn't defeat him. That didn't, okay, I got to try harder next year. I have to try harder because I need to make it. I'm good. I'm gonna make it, right? So through adversity, we get stronger, we get better. We don't hang our head and give up, right? We have to keep going. So great life lessons there for all of us. Joseph A.R. Martinez, thanks for joining. Are you interviewing Martin? I talked to him today. So I interviewed him yesterday. I uploaded the video this morning. I went out there and talked to him today. You guys will see that tomorrow. Good question. Marcia says, at 37, I was about to have my son. Man, what was I doing at 37? I don't know exactly what I was doing, but I was having fun. I was having a lot of fun. I was enjoying life. I really was. What was I? I don't know exactly what I was doing, but I was enjoying life a lot tremendously, just like I still am. I really, I'm super blessed. I'm super happy. I'm healthy. I'm thankful every day, and this is my way to give back. I guess let's try to help the community. Let's try to help society. Let's create awareness. Let's save a life. We won't know the name of the person we save. We won't know the face. We won't know the story. But these videos absolutely do save somebody's life. Absolutely. While it saves somebody's life out there in social media land, right? On TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, whatever. Again, a face, a name we will never know. Maybe we can help Martin. Maybe we can help Carla, Migs, Lulu, right? Maybe they'll say yes. But at least they know that somebody cares for them. There's dignity, there's respect. They matter. They're important. They're human, right? Because all humans matter, right? Not one. There's not a group of humans that's better than others or matters more. All humans matter, right? All humans deserve respect and dignity. All humans, okay? Not the whites, not the blacks, not the Hispanics, not the natives. If you're human, you matter. Clara Rose, Art, are you in your 50s, Art? Where's the timeout button for Clara Rose? I'm just kidding, Clara Rose. I'm not in my 50s, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. I know what you're saying. Ross, again, they are the ones that have to make the decision, take the first step. Absolutely. Danielle Williams, hello, what is going on? All people matter, all colors. Yeah, I wish people didn't relegate themselves to color, right? So like me, I'm of Hispanic origin, right? But I don't relegate my existence to my heritage or the color of my skin or my name or nothing, right? Because I'm more than that, right? I'm human. I have emotions, I have feelings. My heritage is one of the last things I am. I'm human. I care. I have passion for others. I have passion for helping. I'm not relegated to what I see in the mirror, right? It kind of makes sense. So I wish people wouldn't do that because if people didn't do that and just kind of respected each other for being human and giving each other the dignity instead of kind of breaking each other into tribalism, right? Oh, you're Hispanic, you're black, you're white, because that separates us, that divides us, right? But we say, oh, we're all human. Let's advance the human race, the human cause to help each other, right? So it makes too much sense. That's why we don't do it. The French like only the French, except when the Germans are kicking their ass and the Americans have to go save the French. One of my gals that was on my caseload that I kept in touch with, Jamili. Who's Jamili? I interviewed somebody on this channel, Jamila. Uh, Let me see. Jamila. Is that her name? Was that her? Do you guys remember if that was her name? Jamila? Jamila? I hope you're not talking about her. So this is Jamila. That's Jamila. Is that who you're talking about? I hope you're not talking about her. She was like what, 19 last year? So she's October. She was 19, so she's probably like 21 now. I hope to goodness you're not talking about her. Marsha sent a photo. Let's go check it out real quick. I made fresh applesauce and banana muffins yesterday. Cool. That looks pretty good actually. Fresh muffins and banana sauce. Is that what it is? Banana sauce or applesauce? Looks really good, whatever it is. So it looks yummy, Marsha. Great job. You're a chef. You're a chefa. I made fresh applesauce and banana muffins. Dang, I bet you they're yummy. All from France. Stephanie Gaitan, what's for dinner? I'm not sure. I ate what I ate. I went to the Waffle House earlier. I was there about an hour ago, and I ate steak and eggs, slice of tomatoes, which they weren't good, and that was yummy, yummy, yummy. Elena, hello, how are you? So I'm waiting for Camp Goer One because Camp Goer One says one of my gals that was on my caseload that I kept in touch with, Jamili, just passed this past July 5th from an overdose. So I'm hoping that maybe that's the name of the person because that's very similar to the person I interviewed, Jamila. So I'm just trying to get verification that it's not Jamila because I haven't heard from her in a long time. Stephanie has never been to Waffle House. You're not missing a whole lot, but it's good once in a while. Aries, celebrate the first super chat from Aries. Aries, you are awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you for your kind donation. That's a really cool mask that you have on. We don't wear masks anymore. Do people do? You know what? I take that back. Some people do wear masks. I saw somebody wearing a mask today. But it's cool that you wear them, because some people are funky. So yeah. C1, they serve crusty stuff. Ross Ginn, could you share with us the process someone would go through if you were to take them for help? They need to get detox. They need to go through detox for 2, 3, 4 days, however long it is to get it out of the system. It's going to hurt. It's going to be extremely painful. And then they're going to medicate them. They're going to give them methadone or Suboxone to kind of wean them off. So they're going to use a drug to get them off the drug, but a methadone, Suboxone is a lot less harmful than this crappy fentanyl. So that's the process. That's then they stay there and they talk and they kind of like AA. They talk and talk and talk, and it's a program to build up their confidence, build up their self esteem, deal with the trauma, with the pain, the mental anguish, the emotional anguish, to be able to help them, give the tools to deal with their anxiety or their triggers so they don't go back and back and back. Katrina, have you ever had a chopped cheese? Nah, don't know what that is. I'm hungry again. Can you believe that? Bart Basquiat sliced tomatoes with salt and limon with my food sometimes. Yeah, so that's what I do. I put salt on my tomatoes, just a sliced tomato, but it was it wasn't good, so I didn't eat all of it, sadly. You know, I still have to get on my work laptop and do timesheets and enter a lot of stuff. I work too much. I've been hot all day. I need to go take another shower. Pepe had fish tacos today. That is awesome. Next time, try Cracker Barrel. I've been there, Cracker Barrel, but I don't think Cracker Barrel is open at this time. Like I like that's what I like about Waffle House, is that they're open usually 24/7. Myra says my mom would make tomato marmalade. Wow, really? I didn't know you could do that. Caroline NYC, sweet Caroline. Boom, boom, boom. Swag says, damn, bro, I wish society made life easier for us, but I guess it really does come. It's not life's responsibility to make life easy for us. Life isn't gonna be easy, right? It's already hard for anybody, right? Don't make it harder, right? Let's make good decisions. Like, finish high school. Let's if you don't want to go to college, it's okay. I didn't go to college, right? But I joined the military. You don't have to join the military, but join a trade. Join be a go do a 2 year program to learn to be a carpenter, HVAC, right, which is um, ventilation, and air conditioning, right? They make really good money here in Arizona. It's so hot. Be a mechanic, carpenter, stuff like that. Tradesman, plumber, they all make good money. Electrician, you don't have to go to college. You know, if you don't want to go to be a tradesman, go to work at McDonald's, right? And just work your way on up, right? Until you own the place. For God's sake, do something though. Do something, right? A lot of these young people that I talk to, what did you want to do when you grew up? When you grew up, right? When you were in school, what did you want to do when you became older as an adult? I wanted to play basketball, man. I want to be an NFL. I want to be a football. I want to be a rapper. People tell me, I'm like, oh my god, dude. Put all that energy and that passion to doing something. That's great. We all can dream, right? We all can, hope to be astronauts, right? We all can hope to win the lottery, but you know, those are like dreams. They could come reality, but we can't put our life on pause until we become a rapper, because you're 40 years old with your hat backwards and your pants down by your knees, and you're still hoping to be a rapper, but you haven't done nothing with your life, man. So it's not society, man. It's not society. It's not your parents. It's not the government. It's not the president. It's you, right? You have to control your life. You have to make better decisions. I've made a million wrong decisions, bad decisions, right? But I learned from them, got better, and try not to make those decisions again, right? So, um, life isn't easy. Life isn't simple, but you can't let life defeat you. You got to learn and grow. Ross Ginn, got it. For those that are homeless, are there programs that offer long-term housing if it means X amount per month? I'm wondering how much. I'm very interested in getting Carla and Miggy support. Um, so there are programs, but there's a lot of rules, right? One of the rules is you can't be smoking. We got to test you. You got to get a job. You got to do things to better yourself. The reason why Carla and Miggy are out on the streets is because today, right now, they're not ready to follow a regimen. They're not ready to wake up early in the morning and follow the societal norms like that you follow and that I follow. Get up in the morning, take a shower, do my bed, and go to work, right? Pay bills, go buy groceries, right? Go oil change, haircut every week, right? Give a tip, go have dinner, see family. Those are societal norms, right? But some people just can't follow them, especially when you're addicted to the world's most dangerous substance, right? So there are programs, there are tons of programs, tons of resources from the federal, state, county, and city. But there's rules, right? Can't be smoking in the shelter, right? Can't be doing drugs here. Can't be selling drugs, right? You got to shower. You got to apply for a job. You got to get a job, right? We'll subsidize the housing, but you got to pay us $200, $300, $100. You got something, right? So you can put a little bit of sweat equity into this, right? But they don't want to follow rules. They don't want to follow the norms, unfortunately, right? They're not ready yet. They want to live free. They want to get up whenever they want to get up. They want to do whatever they want to do, right? Wash windows, open doors, panhandle, go look for cans when they want to, at their time, at their choosing. So that's kind of the thing with some people, So thank you very much, Ross. I appreciate your kind donation. Thank you very much for the question. I appreciate you wanting to help them, and I wish it was that easy. Honestly, I really do. It's just some people don't want the help that we want to give them because we want to help them out of the goodness of our heart, but they're not ready. Okay, so I'm going to let Carla and Migs live in my rental for 2 months so they can get up out of their feet. At the end of 2 months, you know what's going to happen? They might be deeper in their addiction. They might be deeper. And that's what I've witnessed for the past year. It's been over a year that I've been talking to them, right? They're complacent, they're comfortable, and they're gonna have to decide to get out of there, unfortunately. So it's sad. Triple L, like persona, hello, how are you? Italian girl's headache is getting better because she says, when I was growing up, I always wanted to be a mother and a housewife. I accomplished my dream. Great job, Italian girl. Yeah, some people have that. That's a dream of some people. I want to be a mother, right? Because there's a lot of people that can't be mothers. They just can't. And so you accomplish your dream. Great. That's awesome. It's important to be a mom. I think in our society, it's more important. In today's society, it's more important for a mom to raise her children right and be the nucleus of the family, right? Mom, a dad, and your children, right? That's more important today than, hey, I don't want to be a mom. I don't want to raise children. I want to be a CEO and I want to make a lot of money because, I want to live in comfort. Long term, that's not good for our society. We need a balance. We need moms to raise great kids to for future generations. So Being a great mother is a full life work. Absolutely. C1, I think if the government should give men's vasectomies if they have more than the one child to different women and those women claim child support on that certain man. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think we should. I would be okay if I was president. I would if you're homeless, if you're battling addiction, if every year you keep having a child and the state has to take away your child or your family, your cousin, your aunt, your mom, they're all raising children everywhere, right? Or, hey, women, if you have, five children and all five have different fathers, we're gonna force you to tie those tubes because you're extremely irresponsible. You're being careless. You might have mental issues, right? You definitely have low self-esteem. That's why you need five different men. So I would subsidize that. I'd rather give those people $1,000 and close up the shop than to, it's more expensive to raise, five. How many people I interviewed recently where, they have six kids, right? They have, I interviewed a young couple last week or maybe it's this week. The guy had three on his own, and the girl had six. That's nine children, right? Where are they at? We're raising them. The state, right? Us, basically us. We are the state. We are the government. Us taxpayers, right? We're the dummies that have to, pay the bill, right? That's why everything keeps going up, right? Because it's not just yeah, it sucks, man. So what? Yeah, I mean that's a solution, but that's part of a solution. That's a piece, right, of the puzzle. But a government like ours would never do it because that's mean, that's cruel, and then the biggest thing is we're a litigious society, right? Lawyers here rule, and because they have the biggest lobby group in Washington, so they would be suing the government, but. Um, we need to change laws. Definitely, we need to change laws to make things happen. Gas is $6 here in San Diego, Pepe. Yeah, eventually you're gonna move. Eventually, Pepe, you're gonna move out of California. You're gonna be taxed out of California, guaranteed. Carlene says sterilization tricky subject. Hitler was in favor of it also. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. He was using it, to sterilize honest, decent humans, right? Just he didn't like those humans. Unfortunately, right, when we just allow mentally ill people battling addiction just to have you have as many kids as you want, that's not fair to the so obviously there's going to be rules, there's going to be guidelines. It's not nilly willy, we're going to go just do it to anybody. They have to there's criteria you have to meet. So I'm all for sterilization of the knuckleheads. Tasha N1 Art. All your interviews only in the Phoenix area or around the valley, including Mesa. They've been everywhere, including out of state, out of the country, actually. Italian girl, thank you, Art. I have a 37-year-old son who is very smart, intelligent, and works every day. That is awesome, Italian girl. Great job for your 37-year-old son. I think most Americans, most humans don't deal with addiction. They're positive. Uh, most Americans do what we're supposed to do, right? We're working. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna make a living. We're not gonna be dependent, reliant on the government. We're gonna work. We're gonna work, and that's what it's all about. Go work. Go chase your dreams. Danielle Williams. On the flip side, a lot of women that cannot have kids can adopt these babies they are having. Mom and Factory has to sign over their rights to these kids. But another thing, Danielle, is a lot of these kids that are being born to these women are being born. They look okay, right? But what mental disabilities do they have? What emotional disabilities do they have because the drugs they consume by these knucklehead women really damage them mentally, and you're going to see that long term. And then we as a society has to deal with that. We have to deal with that, right? Because I'll be interviewing them in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years. So it's not. Oh, it's just a clean adoption, right? that child is scarred for life, right? We just don't see it. We're going to see it later. Anna A, here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada gas is around $2 per liter. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. Different countries have. Canada has a lot of oil. We have where the America is the richest, but basically we have the most oil in the entire world. But our government, our leaders, do not let us get that oil because of the environment. So we have to buy oil from Iran, Saudi Arabia, Russia, people that don't like us. And they hike up the price, and we get taxed and we pay outrageous prices. Bunch of knuckleheads. Don't get me started. Danielle Williams says, we couldn't survive in California. My husband drives a truck and works all over the place. He already spends 300, 400 a week in gas. That's a lot of money. Monica Vargas, that's for the chat. Good night, Monica. Have a good night. Get some rest. So yeah, I was uh I was super sad for Martin, but again, I talked to him today, so I went to got to see him today. So I'm gonna upload that video for tomorrow morning. Okay, so you guys are gonna see it. So go check it out. What was your guys' quote from Martin today? Only God can help me. God is trying, but I won't let him in. Wow, that's pretty powerful, right? So uh, he's a he's a some people have faith, right? He seems like he understands God, understands or at least he's maybe his family has gone to church and he has some of those values. It's just sometimes people could lose their way, right? So he's definitely lost right now, absolutely. Pepe says that was the part that got me. Yeah, he was spitting out some cold hard facts. He was speaking directly from his soul, from his heart. That's basically he's imparting to us like his last words, his last feelings, his last emotions, right? Because he knows he's running out of time. He told me, bro, I know I'm running out of time, man. These doctors told me a long time ago I need to stop coming out here, but I can't. I just can't. I'm like, Martin, help me understand. Like, why can't I take you to doctor right now? I just can't, bro. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I need to smoke. Maribel Torres says, I think not being appreciated or respected is a trigger. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, poor Martin. Let me see. I'm trying to get some other quotes. I'm trying to see what else he said. He said a lot of, man, hey, that's a video that guys need to send the Blake videos to your children, send the Gabby videos to children, and send the Martin, and Amber, right? Because Carla, Migs, they need to watch these videos too. Face, right? Now, make decisions from, years ago. They reverberate, like they come back to haunt you or to help you. So we got to make good decisions. Right? What do you guys think? Are you guys with it? Do you agree or disagree? I've been hot all day. I don't know what it is. Was my temperature rising? What's happening? So yeah, I talked to Martin yesterday for the first time, and I uploaded it today. I talked to him today for the second time, and I'm gonna upload it tomorrow. So be looking for Martin part two, and he drops some more, gives us a little bit more insight. His leg feet are looking to me, they look worse today than they did yesterday. I'm like, oh my god, this dude's feet are about to fall off, man. Jeez, what do I do? He asked me next time I see him to take him some a first aid kit. Like what? Like first aid? Like what? Oh, like uh, hydrogen peroxide, some antibiotic ointment, some gauze, stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, this dude's gonna be his own doctor out here. Instead of going to the doctor, he wants to apply antibiotic. Like, dude, antibiotic is not gonna do nothing to your foot, man. Your foot. But alas, like I mean, I'm not gonna argue with them or fight with them. You know, I offered again, second day in a row. I'll help you. I'll take you. But they don't want that type of help. He wants a first aid kit to try to bandage his leg, glue it so it doesn't fall off. Damn. Italian girl, thank you. Appreciate you. Marsha says, drink lemon water. Yes. You know what? I drank lemon water. So last night before I went to bed, I chewed on garlic clove, right? Garlic, like fresh garlic, right? Chewed it, and then I drank lemon water. So, so it's kind of healthy, right? I try to do that. Josh Morris, that's how powerful addiction is. He'd rather lose his feet and keep taking blues. Yep, that's it. It's exactly what I'm documenting. I would love to document the uplifting, right? The improvement of humans, right? From the depths of despair, from the depths of darkness, they rise, right? They return, as a better version of themselves, right? They return to their family, to the children, to society as productive members, right? But instead, I'm documenting the decline, right? They're falling further into darkness. They're falling further into despair. You know, there's help. Help is offered. There are resources. It's lack of will, lack of determination, lack of strength to overcome that addiction, that grip, and the power that it has on your soul. It's not just mentally, emotionally, but it's like your soul is being crushed. That's addiction, and so I never want to experience that. Hell, I want to be in control of my life, my destiny, what I choose to do, not what a pill chooses for me to do. It's crazy. I love Ginger from Gilligan's Island. I used to wonder how does she keep her clothes so she's all wearing that white tight dress. Like how does she keep that thing clean out in the island and whatnot, right? So I was little, I didn't understand none of that, but I understood Ginger. That's the only Ginger I love, Carlene. Marsha sent another photo. Let's go check it out, Marsha. The other day in Italy. Awesome. That was really cool. Tour of Italy. Thank you, Marsha. Appreciate it. Um, so yeah, we'll see tomorrow. I want to get you guys' input on tomorrow. I asked him. I said, Martin, when's the last time you slept on a bed? He's like, I don't even know. I don't even remember the last time I slept on a bed. I usually sleep in my wheelchair or I sleep on the ground somewhere. But I hate sleeping because people steal my stuff. They steal my shoes, they steal my this, they steal my that. I've had a lot of stuff stolen, right? So can you believe that? I'm in a wheelchair, I can't run, I can't walk, I can't do anything. I feel helpless. So but people will take my stuff. Damn. Talent Girl said, I think you interviewed Aztec recently. Yeah, I uploaded the video yesterday. Yeah, hopefully he finds his way. He's mentally ill, unfortunately, plus homeless, plus addicted. Not a good combo. He's just not a good combo. Just bad stuff all the way around. Brandon Martinez, it's too sad to even see him shed a tear. He needs to go to the hospital ASAP. Yes, he does. Unfortunately, he will not, Brenda, because addiction overrules all common sense, all true necessity, right? He really does need to go to the hospital to save his feet, but he won't because addiction overrules all other needs. Lulu's been out there for 9 months on a broken leg, right? The leg's all bent, but she's not going to go. She hasn't gone to the hospital. I took her to the hospital. I helped her register into the hospital, right? And I couldn't sit there for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours until they allowed her in to a room. So I had to leave, and an hour later she left. So addiction is strong. So don't get addicted. What? Shana? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I don't. It's a unique way to spell Shawina. It's a lady in my town that sits in a wheelchair and taps one of her feet. Maybe she was a tap dancer, at some point, and that's her way of going back in time. Maybe I'm not sure. Poor lady. Stas, hola, how are you? Marsha, drugs are like sleeping with the devil. Yeah, I've never slept with the devil. I don't want to sleep with the devil. I've slept with some witches though, like cuddling and stuff. C1, I think it's crazy how you record this epidemic with blues. One day they will make a documentary on this, and your videos will be proof of the beginning and the end for some. Funk says, as long as you're alive, you haven't given up yet. Hope. My therapist would always tell me I've been sober since July. Started using opioids vent at the age of 18, now 22. It took a couple years. Congratulations on your recovery, Funks. There is hope in recovery. Recovery is possible. People do recover. It's not inevitable that you'll be out there forever, right? You're proof of it. And there's a lot of it. I've interviewed a lot of people and they're doing better now, right? So they're not maybe not necessarily doing better because of me, but certainly we all need to tell people that there's hope in recovery and one day they can get better, but they have to choose it. They have to decide for themselves, right? Not some random guy on YouTube that's going to wave a magic wand and make people go to the hospital, right? Make them go to treatment. They have to want it, right? You can't you can't grab somebody and forcefully take them to the treatment center or the hospital because in America you have the right to refuse medical treatment. Okay, in America any person has a right of refusal. So they're going to leave as soon as you take them, force them to go, but they don't want treatment. It's not going to be a good outcome, you know? J Love, what is going on? How are you? How are you feeling? Hopefully, you're doing good. You're feeling better. Joseph Martinez, we all need to pray for Martin to get healthy and sober. He appreciates prayers. He appreciates being recognized because one of his issues is he has low self-esteem. He has no confidence in himself. He thinks nobody cares about him, that he doesn't matter. What did he say in the video today? He said they 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 showed pictures to my father, and my father doesn't even want to look at them, like he doesn't want to acknowledge my existence. And that like affected him, like that hurt his feelings, you know? So obviously there's some trauma there, there's some pain, there's some anguish from when he was a child, some trauma that he hasn't been able to work out. And here's the next generation, because he has 4 kids, right? That don't have a father. They won't, you know, they won't. 37-year-old man living like that. The clock is ticking. There's like a clock up on top, right? There's like a timer up here that's not going up, it's going down. Sadly, so it sucks. Funk says, I was tired of being tired, had to check myself and get myself into treatment. Great job, Funks. You need to go save somebody's life, man. Keep telling your story and save pay it forward, save somebody else. Jocelyn Figueroa, in Mexico, someone can force treatment and make you stay. Yeah, definitely. So that's a different country with different rules. Your civil rights in Mexico are a lot different than our civil rights here. Over there, they're not litigious. They're not lawsuit happy. Like over there, you can't sue people. You probably could if you're rich, right? You can afford a lawyer. But here, anybody can sue anybody for anything, and the lawyer will usually win because we're a litigious society, because lawyers have the biggest lobbyist group in Washington. Right? That's why we are the way we are. But anyways, in Mexico, that really doesn't exist. They suspend your rights down there when if you're an addict. Right? If you're an addict, you don't have any rights. So they're gonna throw you. They're gonna kidnap you. They throw you in a van, and they're gonna place you in they call them a nexo, which is like a treatment center, and they're going to make you work a system, right? And they're going to use force if necessary, right? They have like people that are going to make you get up, make you follow a program, make you read a book, make you follow the program. You have to. If not, they're gonna physically help you. you know so none of that happens here, right? There's no doctors hitting you, spanking you, forcing you, tying you up. That doesn't happen here in America because freedom, lawsuit, stuff like that, right? But I think we need to change our laws to force people. We have to start forcing people. If not, we're going to end up with a third world um, portion. 20% of America just living like these videos that you see. It's not just Phoenix. It's spreading, right? It's spreading. It's coming to a neighborhood near you. It's not just Phoenix, not just Arizona. I watched American Grandstand and the Monkeys after school. Hey, hey, we're the Monkeys. People say we monkey around. I remember that. What's up, Bryce Gardner? Jocelyn Figueroa, agree. We definitely need to start changing laws. We definitely need to start changing laws. If not, uh, it's going to be a bad outcome. It really is. But good luck with that. Jenny, at work now, just a young man came in, 23 years old, OD, Fent, and Benzo. Thank God he made it through. Yeah, for now. What about next time? J Love says, yep, that's what they did to my uncles and brothers out there. They are in one right now. I can show videos. I have to ask my mom to send them to me. It's sad. Well, it's sad because they're getting, they're getting help in a physical way, you know. So yeah. Frederick Diggs. I wanted to say Frederick Douglass. You guys know who that is, right? I love history, so these names just come to me. You guys, hopefully, you guys know who that is. But Frederick Diggs says being homeless in Phoenix is like being in jail. After a while, a person gets used to it. There are help. There is help, but the zone is very dangerous and no help. Yeah. So, first off, the heat here in Arizona sucks. It's intense, and exposure to the sun, extreme heat, what that does to your brain is not good. You know, if you're out there on a continuous basis out in the sun without protecting your dome, right? You're getting cooked and it's affecting you mentally. Plus, you're smoking that stuff. You're not eating right. You're not sleeping right. You're not hydrating correctly. All that mixed in is just no wonder these folks are in psychosis. They're not. They're out of it. So sucks. White Russia. All right, my question regarding Martin is what made him think he needs to be in hospice? What's the diagnosis? That's what he said the doctors told him. The doctor said that, dude, you're not going to live. You're gonna, not only going to lose your feet, you're going to lose your life because your organs are shutting down due to this addiction that you have. If you don't stop, you're gonna die soon. He said they didn't give him an exact date, but he has underlying medical issues, obviously. I don't know what those issues are. Even if I knew those medical issues, I wouldn't tell you guys because that's not cool to disclose people's medical information, right? So I don't know what that underlying issue is, medical issue is, but I guarantee you he has underlying medical issues, multiple, plural, right? So he's not eating right, not sleeping right, plus addiction to the most dangerous substance in the world. You mix it all together, it's a perfect recipe for um, early leaving planet Earth. Unfortunately, just no other way to say it, man. It sucks. Shauna, I'm just gonna say Shauna, even though I see a Y there. Do they have housing programs in Arizona to help with Section 8 or low income for the homeless? Yes, they do. They have lots of programs, lots of resources. Yes, yes, the government will help people, right? So there are some people that can't help themselves, and well, we're here to help, right? I don't mind as a taxpayer helping somebody that can't help themselves. Um, what there is, Shauna, is lack of will. They're addicted to the most dangerous drug substance in the world, so there's lack of will. So like a Miggs and a Carla, like they wouldn't be able to apply for these programs, right? These resources because there's rules, right? You can't be smoking, can't be high all the time, got to go to work, got to apply for a job, got to go back to school, and 99% of these people aren't ready for all that. Can the homeless apply for food stamps? Yes. Ivana Rose, hello. Jules here. My daughter has taken over. Hi, Art. Hope you're doing well. What is going on, Jules? How are you? I was thinking, where's Jules at? What happened to her? She left the taco guy, the taco beard, and she just disappeared on us. Hopefully, you're doing well. Your family's doing well. I appreciate you checking in, letting us know you're still here. Knowledge, power. To be admitted, there has to be documented issues, and a doctor has to certify that he's likely to pass in 6 months. Yeah, I think maybe that is there. He could get that, but again, even hospice is going to say, "All right, no smoking blues. No, we're going to take care of you. We're going to give you end of care. I'm sorry, end of life care to make you comfortable, to give you dignity in your final days. We're going to do that." But you can't be smoking blues, man. You can't be high all the time. You can't go out there and buy stuff and come back in. You got to stay here, and we're going to take care of you. We're going to feed you. We're going to clothe you. We're going to shower you. We're going to help you enjoy your final time on planet Earth. Um, they can't do that. They just can't. They can't stop. Tacos is the last friend. White Russia, that's correct. I worked hospice for many years. Man, that's a tough job, man. That's just emotional. It's a tough, tough job as a nurse to take care of people in their, last remaining days, weeks, months on planet Earth, right? It has to be emotional, just physically grueling because you're cleaning up after people and feeding people. Man, that's tough. I can't imagine working hospice. I just can't. I respect people that do because I wouldn't be able to be the janitor there, the clerk, the receptionist because knowing what hospice does, you have to be on a whole different level, you know. So my my admiration for you, lovely people. J Love, you keep your head up. I don't know why the song "Fire and Desire" is stuck in my head. All day I've been fire and desire. That's what I used to do. It was pain before pleasure. Do you guys remember that? James Brown? That's funny. I don't know why all of a sudden it got in my skull. I don't know where it came from, but it won't leave. Maybe because I've been hot all day. Fire and desire. Get it? Fire, like heat. Oh my gosh. I already told you guys, right? I when I was in high school, when I was a freshman, right? There was just we went to a party. Okay, so I'm gonna give you one of my stories when I was a kid. So I was a freshman. I was young. I was 15. We're at a party, and we're hanging out with like older people, and we're at some girl's house, and she was old. She was 25 with like three kids, right? Four baby dads, stuff like that, right? And I don't know what happened. I don't remember a lot of things are fuzzy, hazy, but so we're just hanging out, and she kept rewinding the song Mary Jane. I'm in love with she rewind. So back in the days, there used to be some things called like tape recorders, right? And some little things called cassettes. You put it in and you click play, and then so the music would start, right? So so she would rewind, like the song would end and she would rewind and she click play. Swear she played it like 10 times, man. And then I finally went to sleep. She went to sleep. We're just hanging out. And so I think I memorized that song. Mary, I'm in love with Mary Jane. So maybe that's her favorite song. I don't know. I can't remember. I think her name was Deborah. Deborah's. Yeah, I think it was. White Russia. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main lady, main thing. I don't know. She makes me feel all right. And then it's not till I got older till I figured out that, oh, I thought he was talking about a girl named Mary Jane. He was talking about something else. Like it didn't click in my head, right? Because to me, Mary Jane, the woman, seems more appealing than Mary Jane, the smoke. You know, that's just me though. So Susie, thank you, Susie. Appreciate you. Carlene in Kensington. It's that horse tranquilizer. It's called xylazine. I knew him. I interviewed a Mary Jane. I'm gonna look her up. I interviewed somebody named Mary Jane, and I thought of James. What's the name? James. What's the name again? That guy. So I interviewed her July of 2022. Mary Jane. That's her real name, Mary Jane. Hopefully, Mary Jane is doing good. I think I saw her like 2 months ago in the same place, doing the same thing. Sadly, man, it's crazy. Her family, when I uploaded the video, her family called me or they messaged me or something. I remember talking to somebody. I don't know how they got my number, but they called me. They found me. Like, hey, you interviewed Mary Jane. That's my aunt, my mom, my aunt. You need to take that video down. And I said, how old is Mary Jane? Yeah, for whatever, however, Joe. Hey, me and her had a conversation, and she shared whatever she shared. You got issues with that? You can go talk to her. You can't come to me, man. Like you can't. How are you gonna tell a grown man to remove a video from a lady that's 50 years above 18? Like you can't do that, man. So some what I've seen, what I've noticed is, unfortunately, there's a lot of families that they try to bury their head in the sand and pretend it's not there. They try to sweep this stuff, like the family secret, right? The addict. They try to sweep it under the rug. And so when I interview them, they come to me. They come, like I'm the mean guy, right? Like I'm airing their dirty laundry, like I'm trying to offend them or whatever. Like, how old is your son? He's 22. Then I'm not taking anything down. Like I'm sorry. They instead of asking me where is he at, like so I who did I interview recently from New Mexico? Nick, right? His mom messaging me, hey, take the video down. That's my son. Instead of asking me where is he okay? Does he need anything? Can I send you some clothes and you give it to him? She didn't ask none of that. She said, take the video down. I don't want to see my son up there. If you don't want to see your son up there, come and get your son and get him some help. You're not going to tell a grown man to, yeah, how old is your son? So isn't that odd? Isn't that odd? Some moms are more embarrassed than actually wanting to help their child. That's insane to me. That's just it doesn't make sense to me, man. Alira Baby says my dad was a pothead. He did meth for a long time until he went cold turkey and left everything. He's diabetic now, but keeping it up. No drug. Great job. Congratulations to your father for having the strength and courage to let that go. You should be very proud, Alira Baby. Myra Cardoso. Yeah, Pepe. She lived 2 doors down. Hey, 2 doors down. Isn't that a group? 2 doors down. White Russia. Saving face has never helped anyone, right? Unless it's like an ugly face, right? Then you're helping society. Mercedes A. I just lost my brother to fent laced Xanax, and I'm having such a hard time. My condolences for the loss of your brother. Um, that's such it's a tragedy, right? When as a family member you lose a family to this, right? This is very preventable, but every day this is happening across America. That your loss, that your experience is being it's happening every single day, multiple times per day. throughout this great nation. So my prayers and condolences to you and your family of your loved one, and please go get help. And a good way to honor his memory is trying to save others from going down that path. MJ, I just hopped on the live and Martin's video really hit me. MJ, I uploaded the video today. After work, I went to go see him again. And I talked to him, interviewed him, and I'm going to upload another video tomorrow. So stay tuned for part two, MJ. Um, Life is really hard. It does hit you hard. Can you imagine how hard it's hitting him though? So that's why we have to pay attention and listen to their story and give them a little bit of dignity, a little bit of our time. As hard as it may be for us, life is 10 times harder for him. So thanks for watching, MJ. I appreciate you. Marcin Seti, hello, how are you? Marcin Seti. I kind of want to say Marcin. Susie, the video with Martin touched my heart also. Yeah, I got touched by it too. It was pain before pleasure. Is that how it goes? I should look at the lyrics, right? That's funny. I'm gonna have to take a shower, man. 'Cause I'm overheating over here. You know? Can you guys relate? I've been talking to you guys for an hour 37. Holy jeez. I only meant to be here for an hour and it's already 10 o'clock. Oh my God. White Russia. You all and Art have a wonderful night. Art, please keep yourself safe, sweetie. Thank you very much, White Russia. You have a good night. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Marcia says, each day I pray for my own daughter, Jessica. Please all pray for her. Yes, absolutely. I'll be praying for your daughter, Jessica. She's lost. I think you told me last Tucson. I keep my eyes and ears out open for Jessica. Many prayers for her to be found, and you get good news soon. Polly Pocket, have a good night. Thanks for joining. What's up, Tarvis Mayweather? What is going on? J Love, I appreciate all your hard work, Art, and showing awareness with the work you do. I truly do love you. Thank you, J Love. Please get better, get well. What is the answer to get these people on the streets clean? We need change the laws. We need forced treatment. But what I mean forced treatment is you can't let them leave treatment. They're going to stay there until they complete the program. When they get arrested for loitering, for theft, for shoplifting, we currently incarcerate them, right? So they can pay for their crime of stealing, of trespassing, whatever, right? But there's no treatment. I think the jails need to give them help, for medical help. Offer them a program, a deal to try to, get them better. If you're an addict committing theft, your sentence should be 10 times longer than normal theft from a normal person. That way they're in the system and they're away from the streets. All right, but they get arrested for theft and they're out 6 hours later doing the same thing, doing the same. It's the same cycle, right? So We need to change the laws. We need to change our attitude. We need to get real about this issue. We need to protect our border. We're very concerned for Ukraine's border. That's why we sent $140 billion to Ukraine so they can protect their border. Meanwhile, our border is totally unprotected. We got, thousands upon thousands of people every single day crossing our side. We don't know who they are, what their intention is, and we got these drugs flooding the streets. That's why today they cost 50 cents. When I started doing this almost 3 years ago, the cheapest was $5. The average was about $10. 3 short years ago. Today, you can get them as low as 50 cents. What does that mean? That means the streets are flooded with these damn things. Why? Because we're worrying about other people's borders, but not our own. That's why. Jolissa and JC, Mallory and Phoenix. That name does not sound familiar. All right, gang. We have come to the conclusion of our Tuesday night chat. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. I appreciate you. You guys have a good night. Get some rest. Enjoy your Wednesday morning. I got some good videos tomorrow to upload, so be on the lookout for that. I appreciate all the new people here, all the great questions. You're going to have some more questions for me tomorrow. So I got 2 new videos lined up for tomorrow, and we'll talk about it tomorrow again. So save your questions for tomorrow. But from now until then, get some rest, work hard tomorrow, and stay blessed. Okay, so you all have a good night. Bye.